You have a back injury. The VA rates it. They send you a letter. You think you're done, but you're not done. You're not even close. Because that one back injury can cause 4 or 5 other problems in your body, and each one of those can be its own rating. Here's the crazy part. The VA won't tell you that. It's not their job to tell you that. It's your job to know. So today I'm giving you the 5 easiest secondary conditions to get service connected. These are the ones that get approved again and again, and most veterans walk right past number 4. Think about it like this. The same injury, but the veteran who knows this stuff walks away at 70%. But the one who doesn't know this walks away at 30%. Same back injury, same story, way different rating. Let's fix that. Stick with me till the end because the last one is the one most people leave on the table. If you're new here, I'm Chris, a former Army Ranger, and I break down VA claims into plain English so you don't have to guess. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. You know that tingling, that burning, that numb feeling running down from the back of your neck or from your back? That's not part of your back pain. That's a separate thing and it can have its own rating. That's number 1, radiculopathy. That's a big word. It's number 1 on the list. Here's what it means. It's a pinched nerve that causes pain, numbness, tingling, or weakness, and it generally comes from your neck down into your arms or from your back down into your legs. Let me tell you a story about a guy. We'll call him Mike. Mike had a back rating for years, and every night he would go to bed, his leg would go numb, and it would go numb all the way down to his toes. He just figured that's how a bad back felt, so he never said a word about it. But one day, somebody told him that leg thing, it has a name. So he brought it up to his doctor at his next VA appointment, got it documented, and then he was able to file for it. And eventually, that became its own rating on top of his back. It was the same injury he had for years. He just finally said it out loud, and it was in his records, so he was able to file for it. And that's just a warm-up. Number 2 is a problem almost every veteran with a back or knee problem qualifies for, and almost nobody files for it. Stay with me. This one's simple. When your back or your knee hurts, you start to walk different. You limp, you lean to one side, you start to favor one side. That's number 2, joint pain from a bad walk. Do that for months, for years, and your other joints start breaking down. Your good knee, your hips, your ankles. That's called an altered gait. Fancy words for you walk funny because you're hurt. Take Sarah. She had one bad knee, rated done. And because of that bad knee, she leaned on her other good knee for 10 years. Every day, step after step. Guess what happened? That other good knee, it wore out. She was just thinking, oh, I'm just getting older. But it's not age. It was 10 years of limping on it. Once she connected the dots, she got that other knee service connected because the first knee is what broke it down. So one bad knee quietly turned into 2 ratings. Now, number 3 is the one I get the most thank you messages about, and it's because it's the one nobody really thinks about. It's completely real, but it's in your head. Now, here's the truth nobody says out loud. When you hurt every single day, it wears you down. You can't sleep, you can't do the things you used to, you get really frustrated, you get low. That's not you being weak, that's a medical thing. Number 3, depression and anxiety from chronic pain. I think about a veteran, let's call him James. And James had really bad chronic pain. And slowly, without even noticing, he started losing interest for the things he loved. He stopped fishing, he stopped hanging out with friends, and then he was doing weird stuff like sitting in the dark on his phone all the time. He thought it was normal. He told himself, of course I'm miserable, I'm in pain all the time. But his wife saw it all happening. She was like, dude, you've got to get some help. So he finally talked to somebody. Turns out the pain had really pulled him down into deep depression. And since the pain was already service connected, the depression connected right to it as a secondary. So he got help and he got a rating. Now this is exactly the kind of claim where a good nexus letter comes into play. The nexus connects the 2 conditions. So if you want help with that, I'll leave some info down below. Let's keep rolling. Number 4, this is the one that I told you that people miss the most, and you'll wonder why nobody told you about it sooner. Think about this. The VA gives you pills for your pain or your blood pressure or your mental health. But those pills, they come with side effects. That's number 4, problems caused by your medication. Here's one that surprises people. A veteran, let's just call him Danny. He got put on pain meds, medicine for his heartburn. The VA told him it would help him. A few months in, he got brutal heartburn every time he laid down at night. Insane heartburn. Couldn't lie down without it burning. He blamed his diet. He cut out spicy foods, cut out coffee, nothing was working. But it wasn't his food, it was the medicine the VA had him on. Once he learned that, he got it checked out. It's called GERD, that's the heartburn condition. It got tied straight back to his meds. The VA gave him the pills, and now the VA had to service connect it as a secondary condition. Most people don't think to claim that, and now you will. Alright, number 5, the last one. This one quietly stacks up on all the other ones, and it might be the most valuable of them all. When you're in pain or your mind's stressed, you're on certain medications, your sleep starts falling apart, and that's not something little. It can be tied to something called sleep apnea. Last story, a veteran named Rob. He snored so loud, his wife slept in another room. This dude was like a freight train. He'd wake up gasping, and the next day, he was super tired, irritable. He needed a gram of caffeine just to function. He figured every salty old vet out there just deals with it like him, but his doctor sent him for a sleep study. Turns out he had sleep apnea, and that sleep apnea tied perfectly in with all his other conditions. Now, I'll be straight with you. This one takes solid evidence. It's not automatic. But when you do your diligence and you get it, it carries a solid rating and it sits right on top of everything else. So don't ignore the snoring. Don't ignore that machine your doctor mentioned. Yeah, the CPAP, that could be the one piece you're missing. Okay, so how do you actually use all this? 3 simple steps. Here we go. 1, make a list of every condition you already have. Number 2, for each one, ask, what else did this condition cause? Think about the ones we just covered. Number 3, get a paper trail. Get a doctor's note or get a nexus letter that says condition A caused condition B. That's it. Your primary condition first, then the secondaries that came from it. One claim can turn into 2, 3, or even 4 ratings. So let's run it back. The 5 easiest secondaries: nerve pain, joint pain from walking funny, depression from your chronic pain, side effects from your meds, and sleep problems. It's the same injury, way different rating. That's the difference between the veteran who gets 30% and the veteran who gets 70%. Way different outcome. If this helped you, do me a favor, hit subscribe, because next week I'm breaking down the 5 most common VA conditions. Drop a comment down below and tell me which of these 5 conditions you've never filed for. I read all the comments. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.